Bright Horizons with
Hi, good morning, Deb
and
and
Jim.
Jim. Hola, buenos dias, everybody. Happy Friday.
Buongiorno a tutti.
Woo! We're back.
Can you see what the day is today? Look at this. Red.
I'm wearing red, and you know why?
Valentine's Day on
And we're
Monday.
not going to be here for you on Monday. We're here for you today. So happy
And
Valentine's
look at my
Day,
tie.
everybody. Yeah.
Hearts. And you know what I like about it? There's two hearts together.
I love it.
It's not just random hearts.
It's the first time I've seen this bow tie. It's the very first time, and I've pretty much seen all of your bow ties, Jim. I love it.
Thank you. We
See,
have to celebrate
tradition.
love. Yes.
Absolutely. Love is in the air, every sight and every
Great
sound.
It's a
La
good
la la
song.
la la. It's a great song.
We
So
have-
many great love
We have
songs.
some birthdays to recognize.
Okay, let's hear them.
Well, on the 9th, Krupa's daughter Yasmin.
Yasmin, happy birthday, honey. That's right.
to show a
That's
photo of
right. I did.
her.
In fact, I commented on her Facebook page.
did
so
you?
yeah, I most certainly did.
20 years old. Imagine that.
All right. Well,
And,
young
and,
lady.
and Krupa said, where does all the time go?
It
It's
goes.
true.
It really
This is-
does. There's
Isn't it
Krupa's
beautiful?
gorgeous daughter. Oh, she's beautiful.
Look at Yasmin. Happy birthday.
Krupa,
Beautiful.
she looks just like you, gorgeous.
Yes. And then on January 30th was Gus Melander. They watched
Gus
the show.
Melander, happy
Gus
birthday.
and Nellie watched our show.
Yes.
And I wanted to show
Many
his
blessings.
photograph too. I call him Chancellor because he was a chancellor of a university.
Oh, okay.
And
I
Nellie,
love it.
Nellie was a professor. Look at that beautiful couple.
Oh, absolutely exquisite.
Happy
Beautiful.
birthday, Gus.
Oh, happy birthday.
Chancellor. And Nellie was an Oscar de la Renta model.
You were
Can
saying
tell
that in the past. I love
Yes.
it. Well, you
She's-
could see that for
she's still
certain.
beautiful there. See?
You could absolutely
Nelita.
see that.
I call her Professoressa.
Professor Salit. Oh, that's a la 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 la. I
little
love
hard
it.
to say.
Yeah.
And then I wanted to recognize my beautiful niece Jean Marie, her husband, who I consider my nephew,
Of course.
Mike.
Mike,
His birthday was
happy
Wednesday.
birthday. Happy,
And we
happy
had a wonderful
birthday.
birthday celebration. That's Mike.
Of course, yeah.
On the top, and then that's him as a child. Look how blonde his hair was.
Yeah, I see that.
Blondie.
That's kind of what happened to me too. Platinum as a child.
Really?
And as I got older, it was like more like an ash blonde, and of course,
And then
it
there's
changes.
with
But
the
yeah,
boys and with Caroline.
love it, love it, love it.
A beautiful Caroline, and then the boys. So we had a wonderful birthday dinner at their house. It was so nice to be
Aw,
together.
nice.
Yes, I love
Birthdays come and they go, but you know what? We're getting better, and we're having fun as we go along our journeys, aren't
That's
we?
right.
We're having the best of times.
that. And I mentioned last week about my radio commercial.
Yes, you've got to hear this. I was
Yes.
telling Jim I was excited because it was on Monday that I happened to hear it. Legends 100.3
FM.
FM radio, fabulous station. I'm addicted to it. I love it now. Not just because Jim's on it. It's a great step, but he makes it even more special. That
Thank
you
you.
really do. Your commercial is awesome. So you have to hear this.
And if you're not in this area, you can stream Legends Radio.
Yeah.
If you go online and put Legends Radio 100.3, it'll pop up and you can watch it on your computer.
Yes,
you
you
can.
can.
Listen to it on your phone. It's not watch it, it's listen to it.
Listen
on
to
the
it.
phone
It's
'cause
okay,
radio.
yeah.
But it's wonderful music with
Oh,
like Frank Sinatra,
nostalgia, Frank Sinatra. Oh
Connie
my good,
Francis,
Connie
and
Francis,
all the
just all the
wonderful
good time,
songs.
wonderful music that we
Yes.
had and we cherish to this day. Beautiful.
And I went to the studio last week and I recorded this commercial with Mike McGann, who's one of their radio personalities. So you'll hear both of our voices on there. And I'll show you what Mike looks like in a minute. But here's my commercial.
Got the mime up.
Hey, Mike McGann here. I would like to welcome the Juris Doctor, attorney James Chaffee, to Legends 100.3. Welcome, James. Tell me a little bit about your practice. What do you do?
I've been an attorney for 40 years. I specialize in estate planning, real estate, business law for people that want to form companies.
These days, a lot of people tend to want to try to do this themselves. Is that ever an advisable way to do things when it comes to estate planning?
I've seen some clients come to me with those documents that have been prepared online, and unfortunately, there are very often mistakes, so I would not recommend someone try to compose a document online.
You offer a free initial consultation, and it sounds like something that's very necessary. Let's talk about what that consultation's like.
If it's estate planning purposes, I would review their assets, their family structure, who the heirs, beneficiaries, and then we would decide if if a will is appropriate for them, a trust, they could be a revocable trust, durable power of attorney, and perhaps a living will and healthcare designation.
Set up that free initial consultation today. The traveling attorney, James
Traveling
Chaffee.
attorney.
He'll meet you in his office in Tequesta
You're
or a
wonderful.
place outside of that if you need to. 561-747-6000 or learn more at jameschaffee.com. That's James, CIOFFI.com.
Okay,
Thank
now
you,
you
Mike
know what that
McGann.
means. I've got to do this.
Pinellas, here, Pinellas.
Great, great, great. Love
Thank
it.
you.
Remember, Legends 100.3 FM radio.
And you can stream it online.
Traveling attorney James
Yes.
Chaffee.
The Juris Doctor.
The
That's my,
Juris Doctor.
That's what my column
I
is
even
in the
comment on your
newspaper.
Facebook page. I said, you are the best of the best.
Oh, thank you. That was very sweet.
Something like
You're
that. I
not
think I put-
prejudiced, though, are you?
Oh, sorry, I am. A little bit. Just a little
Well, those
bit.
earrings and that blouse match perfectly.
I did on purpose. I'm wearing
Were
red.
they made together?
No, actually not. I've
Oh,
had
my
these.
goodness.
They're funny earrings,
It's a
actually.
perfect
Yeah.
match, though.
And they're rhinestones. These are
Yes.
studs. So you got red. No nail polish, but it's okay. It's what's going on. Anyway, Valentine's is a special day. We all know how special it is, but I think a lot of times we tend to commercialize it a bit much and worry about gift giving and how much you love that individual. You love that individual every day.
Yes.
Let's always remember that. And that's why I took the time to take photos of my lovely family.
I want to see
And
those.
I just had to do it
Let's see
because
those
I
beautiful
just
photos.
took like a little collage instead of going on my phone. I don't know if you could see all this. On top is my sister Lisa. You have the longer arms, Jim. And my
Here's
beautiful
Lisa.
sister Lisa, my wonderful brother-in-law Phil
Hi,
on
Phil.
top.
Lisa.
And then there's my gorgeous nieces, Melissa and Michelle, which I'm sure you've seen before.
Yes.
There are friends in
Wonderful
life.
photo.
I put there are friends in life. A beautiful heart in the sky that love is
Yes.
forever. I love that.
And there are friends in life, and there are friends for life.
Which relates to you, Jim.
Oh, thank
And
you.
many other
Beautiful.
people in my life. And this to me is Valentine's Day. Here we
Yeah.
go. I mean, it really
There's
makes
Shaker
a lot.
too.
There's Shaker too, dressing up
Oh,
for
look at it.
Mama.
Pepe Pierre has got there.
He's got Peppy, yeah.
And look, we have it here with us, too.
Greg and myself, and then there's Greg and his sister, my sister-in-law Christine, and my other niece Courtney when they came to visit us.
I love the photos.
And then, real quick, we'll go around this really quickly. My beautiful sister Holly with the beautiful smile.
Yes.
And then there is my handsome brother David and my beautiful sister-in-law Debbie.
Yes.
Which also I want to give a shout out to Deb. Thank you so much for the topic of Valentine's Day, Deb. You had suggested that we talk about that, so we are.
It's wonderful.
One other photo, and then I'll be done showing off the family. But I love you guys, and this is what Valentine's is all about. A new addition to our family is Bruce, my new brother-in-law,
Welcome,
and my
Bruce.
gorgeous, gorgeous niece, Melissa. They're newly married, and they got married in December, actually Melissa's birthday, and it was their first Christmas together as a married couple. So
that's
welcome,
wonderful.
Bruce. We love
Welcome,
you. Welcome
Bruce.
to the family. And of course,
A loving couple.
this is a loving couple, my parents,
Yes, beautiful.
Johnny and Gloria, who are in heaven, but there's not a day that goes by. I
It
don't
looks
love
like
you.
your father had a red handkerchief.
Yes,
Maybe that
he
was
sure did.
Might have been Valentine's Day.
Yes, but you know what? The best.
Beautiful, yes.
Best parents. I love them. Mwah, Mom and Dad. Love you all, but I had to show you all off. Okay. So,
What's the history of Valentine's
what's the
Day?
history of what is the real meaning for Valentine's Day? I read up. It's originated as a Christian feast day
right.
honoring one of two early Christian martyrs named Saint Valentine. And though later folk traditions has become a significant cultural, religious, and commercial celebration of romance and love in many regions of the world.
That's right.
Interesting.
The
Very
original Saint
interesting.
Valentine, there's a theory, they're not sure if this is true, but they felt that at the time he was marrying couples so that the husband would not have to serve in the military, because at the time they
Interesting,
only
right.
wanted single men in the military. So the emperor found out about it and he was jailed because of that.
Oh,
And
wow.
then eventually he was executed. But he wanted to encourage love by marrying couples. Wasn't that beautiful?
Very beautiful, very touching. Another thing that I found touching is the biblical meaning of Valentine's. The best way to celebrate Valentine's is to remember the love of God.
Right.
The Bible says, "For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son." It is a time of giving. Valentine reminds us of the gift of God in
Yes.
so many ways to mankind, and true
And God lives
love.
in all of us.
That's
so
right.
that's
True
a
love
love
of God in our hearts that we have to also love the way God knows us
That's
to
right.
love.
It unites us all.
So yeah, and that's really special. And you can go ahead and you can send out your beautiful Valentine Day cards and what have you.
Let's show that one because that
This is
reminds
lovely.
me when
This
I
is
was.
kind of an old
Do you remember
fashioned.
when we were in grade school? We would send Valentine's cards.
Exactly. Yeah, yeah.
I sent them to all the girls in the class, and they would send them to the boys.
And they had the little sayings, "Be
Yes.
mine, my cutie."
This reminds me of it because
Doesn't it, though?
nostalgic. To my
Yes,
sweet
to
Valentine.
my sweet
it's like-
Valentine. Yes. And then you get like a little love note, and you go, "Ooh."
Yes.
You were just like so smitten. I was smitten by one little boy, Keith, blonde hair.
I was
gorgeous,
going to
like a
ask you
little
that. Who was your
Keith,
sweetheart?
he was a sweetheart in my oh my gosh, kindergarten, first grades. I remember him so well, and
And did he send you some Valentine
he would put like
cards?
yes, he would the little hearts, be mine, cutie. He would they still have them. In fact, I saw them at the store the other day. A little box and the little notes with the
Yes.
little heart, and that was so special to me because he took the time, my boyfriend, my love, at that
Yes.
time to do that. So I felt like really special. It was like the
You are special. So even he recognized it at that time.
well, Valentine's is, and you see now, you drive along and you see on the side how they have all the vans and the beautiful baskets made for Valentine's Day, the
Yes,
teddy
you can
bears,
buy
the candies,
flowers, too.
flowers. But it's all well and good, but remember what's in our heart.
Right.
Your family, your loved ones, your friends. Let's, remember that and never lose sight of that. That's so important.
And as always, Deborah loves to be humorous, and she has a wonderful philosophy on life. She brought a gentleman with her as a guest today
I
named
did.
Mr. Wonderful.
Now,
And we'd like to introduce Mr.
Mr. Wonderful happens to be a little too wonderful, but I think he's lovely. Here we go. This is our Mr. Wonderful. He's got rather large feet, but
And
he's
he says, just
rather dapper.
what he says is just perfect.
Okay.
Let's hear what he has to say.
Here we go.
Mr. Wonderful.
This rose is for you. Darling, take just as long as you want to get ready. I don't mind waiting one bit.
Oh,
You want to make a bet?
How about a big kiss?
Does Greg say that to you?
He does,
Okay,
absolutely.
I
He
hope
does.
so.
I kid you not.
I don't need sports to make me feel complete.
All right.
Just you by my side.
Especially
to
Super
love.
Bowl weekend,
Super
right?
Bowl weekend. There you go.
This evening, let's just lie in bed and talk all night.
Ooh, I like that.
Thinking of you is the best part of my whole day.
I agree,
I
Mr.
think-
Wonderful.
Aw.
You're perfect just the way you
That's
are.
right.
I wouldn't change one thing.
That's lovely of you.
Make
This
sure,
rose is for you.
Okay, we're going to
make
be a
sure,
little
Greg,
redundant.
here's
But
these.
Mr. Wonderful, we love you, and you are
Yes,
wonderful.
thank you for
so,
being our guest
ladies
today,
and
Mr.
gentlemen,
Wonderful.
Mr. Wonderful says adios for now, of course. Then we have a little
And
peppy.
we want to make sure that the men out there remember those expressions of love.
That's right. I almost forgot to bring him, and I
You can
stopped
whisper those
myself.
sweet nothings into your partner, your wife's
You have
ear.
a partner, you better believe that means a big, big
And
difference.
we
have
showed you this photograph before. He was Shaker 2's favorite stuffed animal.
now Pepe Le Pew, the cartoon. We all know who he is.
I love you. I love you more. I kiss you. I
Mm.
kiss you more. Put it near the microphone. Oh.
I pick you.
You pick me. He's picking a flower right here.
Oh.
You can see.
I pick you every time.
I love you. I love you not. I love you. I love you not.
Love that French accent, huh?
I love you. You kiss me. I
Kiss you.
I should do that with Shaker.
I love you. I love you more. I kiss you. I kiss you more.
Remember how we used to tease
Oh,
each
how
other by
cute.
saying, I love you, and you say, I love you more, and I say, I love you more than that.
I know. We still do it,
Competing-
actually.
Competing on the love scale.
My niece, Michelle, does that, and Melissa, mainly Michelle. Mama, she'll say to Lisa, Mama, I love you. She'll say, no, honey, I love you more. I love you more than more. And it goes on and on. It's adorable. I love it. Are you
Yes,
kidding?
that's wonderful.
It really is. It's fantastic.
Children, wasn't there that show, Children Say the Darndest Things?
They do say the darndest
It's-
things,
it's
and it's
amazing what
hilarious.
they-
It's
I-
funny.
I
I
just
just
love
I
it.
enjoyed that show so much.
You know when Valentine cards first appeared?
When?
Around 1400.
Now, I didn't know that. That's
Yes.
interesting. Wow.
And in 1900, the printed, that was when love letters started in 1400.
Love
the printed
letters.
cards that we're aware of started in the 1900s. So,
I still love the original Hallmark card. And you know what? I've said it before and I'll say it again. If you could take the time and just pick up that card with a little something in it, that shows me that you took that time. And that means more to me than
That's right.
an email. I mean, that means, don't get me wrong, a text means, but that is an actual proof that you took your time. So, and they're gorgeous, some of the cards. And I'll stand there forever and I'll read the things to make sure it's perfect because it's the individuality of everybody. You know, who is this good for and the meaning, the true meaning of who's
And
going to
remember the
understand.
role that Cupid played in all of this. Very oftentimes, Cupid is on the cards.
That's right.
He's shooting those arrows, and he
That's
was
right.
the Roman god of love.
The Roman god
The
of
Greek
love.
version was Eros. E-R-O-S.
Eros. Yes,
yeah.
yes. I was reading about that too. Interesting.
And Cupid would shoot those arrows to
He's just
incite,
got his, yeah, there you
yeah,
go.
to incite love into the situation. Now, when
Wow.
I think of Cupid, and I think of a singer, I can't help
know.
but think of my favorite Connie Francis,
Connie
Stupid
Francis,
Cupid.
Stupid Cupid. Oh, I
I've got
love
her
that.
performing it here. Now, I can only
Stupid.
play a little bit of it because of copyright laws,
Right,
but I just want
right.
to show you how she looked in 1958 when she was singing this song. To start at the beginning. Oh, these don't want to cooperate.
Is that the way it usually goes?
But anyway, it was such a cute song. Remember Stupid Cupid? Okay.
Oh, yeah, of course.
It says, Stupid Cupid, you're a real mean guy.
So Cupid, you're a real man guy. I'd like to clip your wings so you can't fly. I'm in love and it's a crying shame. Stupid Cupid, and I know that you're the one to blame.
Hey, hey, set me free.
Stupid Cupid, oh, stop picking on me.
It was a cute song.
Hey, hey, set me free. Stupid Cupid, stop picking on me.
But what
Connie,
are some
I
of the
love
lyrics?
that.
Yes, it's beautiful. One of the words, some of these words are so cute. I can't do my homework and I can't think straight. I meet him every morning about 8:30. I'm acting like a lovesick fool. You even got me carrying his books to school. Imagine the girls carrying the boys' books to school.
Yeah.
This was written by Neil Sedaka. You know,
I adore
Yes.
Neil Sedaka. Oh, I adore him, adore him, adore him. I really do. In fact, when I was Sweet 16, my mother had that playing. Sweet 16.
yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, he was so good.
Cute, cute, cute.
So he
little
wrote the
you.
song, and it was a big hit for Connie Francis. So I just wanted to
Great
remember
job,
because
Neil
of Cupid.
Sedaka. Great job, Connie. We love you both. We love you, love you, love you. Talking about cute, do I have some cute jokes for Valentine's Day?
Oh, okay. Let's hear one.
Alrighty. What do you call two birds in love? Two birds in love.
Lovebirds. No.
No.
What?
What is it? Tweethearts.
Oh,
Tweet,
sweetheart.
tweets.
Is that a Tweety bird?
That's a
joke?
tweet, yeah. I know. Give me a chance. It's Friday. I know. I get it. Maybe a little silly. What did one light bulb say to the other?
Something about bright.
I love you, a whole Watts.
Oh, Watts.
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 And one other for Peppy over here. Do skunks celebrate Valentine's Day?
Do skunks celebrate Valentine's Day?
Do they?
I think everybody celebrates.
They sure do. They are very sentimental.
S-C-E-N-T.
S-C-E-N-T.
Sentimental.
Sentimental. And boy, are they ever senti.
You know, something interesting I read. You know, the story of Romeo and Juliet is supposed to be such a heartfelt
yeah.
love story. People actually write letters to, they lived in Verona. People write letters to Juliet in Verona, and there's a group of people there that actually answer the letters on behalf of Juliet. Currently, this happens.
I love that.
Isn't it a beautiful
I
story?
love that. More
And-
than you know.
And
I
then they
love
give
that.
an award to the most touching love letter called the Cara Giulietta Award.
Oh, boy, oh, boy.
So love continues after
Like I said, love
after
is
that
in the
beautiful
air,
story.
every sight and every sound. Love is
know.
in the air, everywhere you look around. What about My Funny Valentine?
Yes, we got to sing that.
My funny Valentine, sweet comic Valentine, you make me smile with my heart. Your looks are laughable, yet unphotographable, yet you're my favorite work of art.
Is
Your figure less than Greek, is your mouth a little weak?
When
When you open it to speak, are you smart? But don't change your hair for me, not if you care for me. Stay, little Valentine, stay. Each day is Valentine's Day.
I used to say that to my beloved Barbara. Every day's Valentine's Day
That's
because it's a day of
beautiful.
love,
That's
So
right.
it's some sentiment that you want to keep in the back of your mind.
You know, Jim and I are going to get the singing in somewhere along most of the show
Now, when
anyway.
you used to write letters to a boy, did you ever put sealed with a kiss back? SWAK?
You know who used to do that also? My mother-in-law, God rest
Did
her
she?
soul, Greg's mother. She would write me letters, and I always did it too growing up. SWAK,
Right.
SWAC.
Sealed with a
Sealed with a
kiss.
kiss, Bobby Vinton. So we've got to say goodbye for the summer. Baby, I promise you this. I'll send you all my love every day in a letter, sealed with a kiss.
That brings me back to the summers because I would be in Ocean City
Yes,
for the summer.
down
I
the
would send
shore.
letters to my girlfriends.
Yeah, yeah.
So appropriate for that song.
Oh, I'll tell you what, Valentine's is fun. All the, holidays and days are fun. You can make an ordinary day, whatever you want to make
very
it.
special. Every day
Yeah.
should be special.
Absolutely.
Now, most of you know that I write a monthly column. My page 3 column this month was Some Enchanted Evening
Some enchanted evening.
because I relate the story of 3 couples and how they met. Now, I love those stories, but I love the story about how you and Greg met, so let's tell it again,
Aw,
please.
Oh my goodness gracious. Well, this is going back some time ago. Jim and I were together, and he wanted to know every little piece of information of how Greg and I, because he loves to, and I loved it because it was really ironic because it was meant to be because we
Yes.
just kept bumping into one another, Greg and I. I was hostessing at a restaurant.
Imagine Deb as a hostess,
I was
Miss
hostessing
Personality. People
at
probably
a re-
came there just to
Aw,
see you.
honey, thank you. And I ended up bumping into Greg, meeting him that way.
What was he
And
doing there?
he was a chef.
Oh, he was a
And
chef.
he was, and I just, and I was
Did
dating
you find
somebody.
excuses to go in the kitchen?
Actually, I had to go through the kitchen. You know why? Because that's where the time clock was, and that's where I'll never forget the time I walked in the kitchen. I was so embarrassed. Greg was behind the line, and honey, I know you're gonna look at this and start thinking about it and laugh because I had my high heels on. That's when I could wear high heels and chew bubble gum and walk and dance at the same time. But anyway.
Did you have that little sexy wiggle as you walked through?
I took a slip because I was in the kitchen. Bam! I
fell?
went down. So Greg came running over. Oh my gosh, are you okay? He came to my rescue.
What chivalry. Thank you, Greg. Thank
Chivalry,
you for saving Deb.
But anyway, I mean, I would see him every day. Lovely man, but I was dating somebody. He was dating somebody at the time, and it wasn't really.
But
I
the
kept
sparks,
saying,
I think, on Greg's
there was
part
something very
started,
nice
yes.
about him, and I just noticed it was in his eyes. It was just very calming. He'd come over to the
Right.
hostess stand when he'd take a break. How you doing? And he was having problems with his girlfriend at the time, and he was kind of getting my advice in a roundabout way, and so on and so forth. But then after that, we just.
Dear Abby of the hostesses.
That's true. Actually, I felt like it was a booth, come see Deb, you'll get seated, but
Love
at the same
advice.
time,
Love
you'll get-
advice.
Dear Abby, that's right. But it was really wonderful because after our journeys ended, that way, and we navigated to a different part of our lives, we
Right.
met again, and we
Where'd you meet the
Palm
next
Beach
time?
Polo,
Palm Beach
Palm
Polo.
Beach Polo Country Club in Wellington, and it was so ironic because
Were you a hostess again?
I was doing for the Players Club. I was working downstairs at the Players Club and helping them hostess, and also I was behind the bar, believe it or not, helping a little bit of everything. How I got the position was through a girlfriend of mine. It was so funny. I did not know
was
that
meant
Greg.
to be.
I didn't know that Greg was there.
The Lord was directing it from above.
I did not know that Greg was there. He didn't know that I was there.
Right.
And there we go.
And
Hello.
what was he? Was he chef there too?
Yeah, I said, "Oh, nice to see you again." And then, it was funny because I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do. I wanted to stay in the restaurant business because I enjoyed that with my dad owning pizza places
Right.
and all that. And I love speaking to people, and I just love sitting people down and making sure they were comfortable. And I guess the mommy figure came over me, and I just had to be, I had that nurturing
Yes.
way about me, sometimes too much. But anyway, that's how it really started. So we kept bumping into each other. And then after Palm Beach Polo and Country Club, we life went on. And Lisa's husband, well, Phil, my brother-in-law today, but back then, Lisa and Phil were just dating, or engaged rather. And she called me up. She's like, "Deb, do you remember Greg?" I said, "Of course I remember Greg." And she says, "Well, he bumped into Phil and he asked about you." And I said, "Are you kidding?"
Ooh.
And Phil thinks it'd be great if you guys got together. Why don't you call him? I said, "Why do I have to call him?" So it was funny. I'm like, "Well, why do I?" But long story short, I ended up calling
You
him.
did call him.
You know what I did? But I hung up. Because I didn't think I thought, oh, how could I do this? I
in your
got
mind, you're going back and
nervous.
forth.
I
Should
really,
shouldn't I, should I,
exactly.
shouldn't
And my brother-in-law gave me his number because Greg had said, "Look, if you see Debbie, I'd like to speak to you." And that's
Right.
what Greg said. So again. And I think I was going to Walgreens one
It's
day.
meant to be.
And we bumped into,
In Walgreens too.
Walgreens. And then I finally said, okay, something's up here. I'm gonna call him. And as it turned out, I called him Christmas. It was Christmas time, and I invited him over to the house to meet my family, and which he came. And also, Greg's a very hard worker, dedicated, and he was always up at like 3 in the morning, 4 in the morning. And Christmas Eve, he brings my father a bottle of scotch,
Yeah.
and it was just wonderful. We had a great time. And then, of course, my brother, myself, and some friends had wanted to go out that night afterwards just to a club and stay for maybe an hour and a half. And I said, would you like to join us? He's like, can't, I have to work. And it was really,
Wow, how diligent
but
he
then
was.
he turned over, he bent over, said, thank you for the invite. And he kissed me, but it was not just a kiss, it was like really a romantic kiss. And I couldn't stop thinking about it.
Yeah.
When I went to the club, I think, wow, I really, and it was just a connection. So it was really meant to be.
Right.
And from that moment on, the rest is history. We bumped into each other again at Walgreens. And as it turned out, we did get engaged Christmas Eve. The following, we dated for a year, we were engaged for a year, but he did propose on his hands and knees.
Isn't that a beautiful story?
He went to my father, as a matter of fact. While
With
I
another
was
bottle of scotch?
well, I'll tell you what. My father adored Greg, and so did my
Well, who
mother.
wouldn't?
He's a Superman, and
he's a
I
loving
just
gentleman
he's
and-
Mr. Wonderful in a
Yes,
lot of ways.
yes.
And we've been together 35 years for a reason. But I know that.
So were you surprised, or did you know he would be proposing
I
that night?
was really surprised. No, I knew he was going to be proposing
But
Christmas
not that-
Eve, but I didn't
oh,
know he was
oh.
going to go to my father.
Oh, okay.
And he did the right classy thing. My
Right.
father was so thrilled
Impressed,
with that,
right?
so impressed. He says, Deb, because I got to tell you something. That's a man. He says, I respect Greg.
Greg, I
like you
think that
won't
bottle
believe."
of scotch sealed the
That
deal.
did it. But I mean, it was very, and he got on his hands and knees, and he really proposed like a gentleman. He said, and I even have a picture of me crying. Like, oh.
Was it just the two of you, or was it?
No,
the
we had a
family there?
house party. My mom,
Oh,
my
okay.
dad, we had a guest and family.
That's
It
beautiful
was
when
lovely.
that happens in front of a group
So
like that.
yeah, and then he bent. And then I
Now,
cried, and
I mean, how long did you take to respond? I hope you didn't make him sweat a little bit.
Oh, I picked out the ring. I knew. I said, no. In fact, yeah, this ring, we went to Laurier's. There's no such thing
Oh
as
yes,
Laurier's
I remember
anymore.
Laurier's.
They're out of business,
yes,
right?
I think so.
But we went there, and I picked out the ring, and
Look,
yeah.
show them that beautiful ring. Isn't that pretty? Sparkles.
So, yes.
Yes. Beautiful
Wow.
story.
But
Thank
anyway,
you,
yeah,
Greg.
so-
and Thank you, Deb. I love that story.
Well, thank you.
But what I wanted to mention is I wrote about 3 couples, and 2 of the couples live in the area, and they read the story. They called my office, and they thanked me for mentioning them in this article. They were so
Well,
touched.
You're always loving that way. You're
Because
always
when I
trying
met
to touch
them,
somebody's life.
They told me the story. They didn't realize I was taking notes that
See?
I would remember
See
it.
what he does?
So
Watch
one
what
of
you
the-
say.
One of the gentlemen said, "I
But
can't
he does
remember
with
you knew
such
all those
love.
details." But one of them is so cute. They've been married 55 years,
Oh, I
and they
love it.
still dance at home to Frank Sinatra music.
Excellent.
Just the 2 of them alone.
All right.
Romantically, they'll dance to Frank Sinatra songs.
That's the way to do it.
I love that.
That's the way to do it.
Yes,
For sure.
beautiful. So
We,
We-
what this
we-
time is. We've got
we have to
Marie.
speak about the wisdom of Marie Pinschmidt. She mentions Valentine's Day, and I just wanted to read this a little bit.
this is lovely.
Instead of rushing by a flower stand at the last moment, which you had mentioned that they're all out there, or picking up a box of chocolates on your way home, let's plan ahead for this Valentine's Day.
Say that?
Make the day special. Those of you fortunate enough to
Aw.
have a significant other, think of what attracted you in the first place. Isn't that beautiful
That
thought?
is exactly.
Put aside any petty
Yeah.
grievances and think of him or her with tenderness and respect,
Love it.
even though they are less than perfect at times. An unexpected kiss placed gently upon the brow, or simply "I understand,"
Oh.
can sometimes level the mountain of hurt or disillusionment. If fate should be unkind to either of you, it would be a small, kind, and loving gesture you will always remember most vividly.
That's beautiful.
That's the most important part. Yes.
That is so important. You
Yes.
see how spot on that is?
Yes.
That truly
So
is.
thank you, Marie. We appreciate that.
Thank you
As
always,
always,
Marie.
yes.
And
what
on
a
that
difference it
note,
makes.
we also would like to let you know that we will be back next week, but it won't
On
be on
Saturday.
Friday. We will be seeing you on Saturday. We have a
Special
special
guest.
guest, and we will introduce him to you on Saturday. We're
Yes.
looking forward to it, and
What a
we're
difference a day
thrilled.
makes.
What a difference a day makes, and you know what that means.
There's
What
the
a
tambourine
difference a
that
day makes. 24 little hours brought the sun and the flowers where there used to be rain. What a difference a day makes. And the difference is you and you and you. As we say, you better believe you make a difference. You made our day very
You do.
full of love. So thanks for
We-
joining us. Thanks for being with us.
We do appreciate you so much, and we thank you for
We
comments,
most certainly do.
future topics. Please let us know. If you'd like to be a guest on the show, we'd love to do
Yes,
it.
by all means.
If you can't be here in person, we can do it remotely and have your voice with us. So we welcome
look
that.
forward to. We have other exciting topics
Yes.
coming up. A lot of other things to share with you, but one day at a time. We
That's
love you
right.
all. Happy Valentine's
Make
Day.
it a good day, a good week, and
Be
spread the
safe
love.
and
Spread
spread
that
the
love.
love,
And
right.
remember to keep
Keep your horizons bright.
Thank you all. We appreciate